B208, what's up? Today we're doing lesson 12.2. We're going to be comparing slopes of different lines. The learning target today is we're going to be graphing proportional relationships that are represented in different ways. So we're going to be looking at slope again today. Slope can be seen visually as the slant or the steepness of a line. In a graph, one can determine the slope of a line by looking at the graph and the y-intercept. The y-intercept is going to be another important concept for us. You can also compare the slopes of different lines by considering their graphs or equations. So slope can be found in a graph, an equation, or in a table like we learned last class. Let's take a look at these first examples. So in these, we're going to we're going to come up with the coordinates. So the x terms, the x values given to us, they give us this equation right here, which this equation is y is equal to x, and then it's going to give us the output, or the y. So in this first example then, we have the equation y is equal to x. So if x is negative 2, that means y is equal to negative 2. So we'll plug in negative 2 over to here. If x is equal to negative 1, not much work needs to be done. Y is equal to negative 1. If x is 0, y is 0. If x is 1, y is 1. X is 2, y is 2, 3, and 3. So as you can see, the rate of change on the x is going up by plus 1 the whole time. It's linear. The y is also going up by plus 1. So the slope is 1 over 1, which equals a total slope of 1. We're going to plot these points now using our x and our y values. So our x value is negative 3, and then our y value is also negative 3. So I'm going to go ahead and plot these here. Negative 3, negative 3, negative 2, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 3. So this forms a slope of negative 1. You can also see that on the graph there. Well, let's go ahead and form a straight line with this. So our line is going to go through all those points. It should form a straight line. If it's not straight, then you must have done something a little bit off there. Mine's a little bit off. There we go. Now let's move on to the second one. So the second one here, we have a different equation. Y is equal to 2x. So you can see in this first example, if x is negative 3, then y is equal to 2 times negative 3, which gives you negative 6. Here, when x is negative 2, we're doing 2 times negative 2, which is equal to negative 4. 2 times negative 1 is equal to negative 2. 2 times 0 is equal to 0. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So the slope in this case then, the x's are going up by plus 1 again. Now the y's are going up by plus 2. So our slope is going to be 2 over 1, which is equal to a slope of 2. Let's look to see how this is different then on the graph. So if our coordinates, let's use these coordinates over here. The x is negative 3, and then y is negative 6, which is there. When x is negative 2, y is negative 4. X is negative 1, y is negative 2. We're still at 0, 0 in the middle. We have 1, 2, 2, 4, and 3, 6. So this forms a line again. Make sure it goes through all your points. It should form another straight line. Notice how the steepness of this line is a little bit steeper than our first one. They're both going uphill from right to left because they're positive values. Press pause and try to put C and then graph C on your own. Flipping over to the back side, again, we're going to do the same thing. Now notice we have an equation where it's negative 2x plus 3. So here they give us the x values again. We're going to plug in these values in for x. So when x is negative 1 in this first one, so it's negative 2 times 1 plus 3. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, plus 3 then would be 1. When x is 0, negative 2 times 0 plus 3, so that's 0 plus 3 is 3. Negative 2 times 1 plus 3 is equal to 1. Uh-oh, guys, I messed up on this. Integers, be careful with your integers. I always say that. Notice how x is negative 1. I need to plug in negative 1 here. So it's a negative 2 times a negative 1. Negative times negative gives you positive 2. Plus 3 would be 5 then. So I messed that one up. This is 2 times, oops, this is negative 2 times 2 plus 3. So that's negative 4 plus 3 is equal to negative 1. Let's plot these points onto the graph. When x is negative 1, y is 5. So negative 1, y 5 right here. 0, 3, 1, 1, and 2, negative 1. Again, notice, guys, how this should form a straight line. If it doesn't form a straight line, then something's not quite right here. But notice this is a negative slope because it's going downhill from left to right, which makes sense because this x's are going up by 1, but notice how y's are going down by 2. So this has a slope of negative 2. Press pause and try number 1b on your own. For this last one here, we have 3 more equations given to us. We have our x terms and our y terms. A is different because y is equal to negative x. So if x is negative 3, then that would mean, let's see, negative 3, negative 3. That means y is equal to positive 3. So if it's negative 2, that means y is equal to 2. Negative and a negative 1 make 1. Negative 0 is still just 0. Negative 1 then, this would be negative 2, and this is negative 3. So our slope, notice how x are going up by plus 1, y's are going down by 1. So this is 1 over negative 1, which gives you a slope of negative 1. So plotting this, x terms, y coordinates, negative 3 and 3, negative 2 and 2, negative 1 and 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 3, negative 3. Form the line, which you should see that there are more values. Why is it purple? Why is it not purple? Your line should go right through there. Good. I'll do one more for you. Now, y is equal to negative 2x is the equation, so we're going to plug in. I'll show you how to plug this in. So it's negative 2 when x is negative 3. So now it's negative 2 times negative 3, which should give you positive 6. Negative 2 times negative 2 gives you 4. Negative 2 times negative 1 gives you 2. Negative 2 times 0. You can see a pattern now. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 4. And negative 6. So the slope in this case, since x is still going up by 1, y is going down by 2. So it's negative 2 over 1, which gives you a slope of negative 2. So let's see how this line looks different. Plotting these points, x is negative 3, y is 6. So when x is negative 3, y is 6. There's the first point. Negative 2, 4. Negative 1, 2. Oops, not the right point. Negative 1, 2, 0, 0, 1, negative 2, 2, negative 4, 3, negative 6. It's a pattern. This line is a steeper line again. It is a steeper line. It's still going downhill because it's a negative slope, but that's what it should look like. Notice how in C we have negative 4x. Y is equal to negative 4x. Press pause and try that one on your own. When you get done, finish your IXL lesson.